Hello, and welcome to another solo episode of the Many Faces of Cancer podcast. I am your host, Melissa Grosboll, and I want to talk to you about something today that I've alluded to in interviews and chats that I've had with other people, but I wanted to go a little deeper on it. And I think I'm titling this episode Survivorship. Survivorship is everything that comes after you're done with active treatment. When you are going through treatment for cancer, once you've finished and you ring the bell or bang the gong or whatever that kind of final celebration is, you enter into what's called survivorship. Now, I can come up with reasons why it's called survivorship. You're past the active stage and you're like, okay, I'm ready to go on with the rest of my life. And for so many people, that is such a great thing. Like, hey, I finished it. I'm done. Like, I made it through all the hard stuff and I'm ready to get on with my life. And I want everybody to feel that way because it is a big accomplishment to finish active treatment, to find out that the cancer is gone and you can get back to this new normal or back to life. For some people, actually for a lot of people, that end of active treatment and that entrance into survivorship is a different experience. For me personally, I didn't have a lot of treatments. I didn't go through a lot of side effects, symptoms, things like that. So when my active treatment was done, it was back to life. I had a little bit of tanning from my radiation, but nothing any big deal. And I didn't even really know about all of this until I started doing this podcast. And if you've been following the podcast, you've heard from several people who have talked about this experience. And I want to talk to both people on their cancer journey who are going through this, who are maybe in active treatment right now, or people in survivorship. I also want to talk to caregivers about this. I want to talk to family members, friends of people going through cancer, because this is a big, big deal that is not talked about enough. And we really need to get this out there to everybody. So for those who have not gone through cancer, who don't experience all of the things with active treatment, there is, as crazy as it sounds, there is some, what's the word I'm looking for? There is some comfort, there is some stability, there is some knowingness of the routine of doctor's appointments. They may be a pain in the behind to go to so many doctors, but you're getting checked and you're getting the reassurance and you're getting all of the warm fuzzies, if that's what your doctors are like, knowing that you are being treated and you're being taken care of. There is the routine of whether you're going to radiation 5 days a week or every other day or whatever it is, whether you are going into chemo once a week, whether you know like, hey, every Tuesday is my chemo treatment. I know how I'm going to feel for the next couple of days after that. It's a knowing, it's a routine, it's safety, it's comfort, knowing that all of this is going on. In your sphere, in your circle, you have people checking in on you. You have people taking care of you, bringing your meals, coming to visit, texting you, calling you. How are you doing? Is there anything that you need? What can I do for you? Can I go to the grocery store for you? Because when you look and or feel sick, it's easy for people to take care of you, to check in on you, to want to make sure that you're okay. And you end up in kind of this bubble, this treatment bubble of, I'm being taken care of. I know what's coming next. My doctors are watching out for me. They're going to see if something happens or something's going on that shouldn't be. and all of my friends and my family keep checking in on me, and I'm feeling comforted, and I'm feeling secure, and I'm feeling loved. Then comes the end of active treatment. You bang that gong, you ring that bell. Hey, I'm cancer free. Hey, I'm in remission. Hey, I have no evidence of disease, whatever however you want to say it. And there's some comfort in that, but by the same token, okay, you're done now. Now what? That's the thing. Now what? I don't have doctor's appointments every week. I'm not going into treatment every week or every day or whatever it is. I don't have people checking in on me all the time, because you get the big celebration. I'm cancer free. I'm all clear. This is amazing. And we're all busy, and we get back to life. Like, hey, he or she is clear. They're done with treatment. They're good to go. I can get back to whatever I'm doing. People stop checking in on you as often. People stop bringing you meals. They stop coming by. They stop doing things for you. And one person I interviewed, I think, kind of equated it to like falling off of a cliff. That you've got all of these people taking care of you, all of these people doing for you, you have the routine, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're done. Now what? And that's the big thing. Now what? And there is really a depression that can come on when you go into survivorship, because the now what, we don't know. Nobody talks to us about what happens once active treatment is done. It's a celebration, but for many people, and somebody that I interviewed, like, her chemo was a cumulative effect. So when her active treatment was done, everybody wanted to celebrate and was so excited, and she was the sickest that she had ever been. So for her, it wasn't a celebration. Yes, she wouldn't have to have any more of these treatments, but she felt awful and was so sick. And the people around her were like, yay, you're done. Now what? And we all have very busy lives. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, you need to be on with the people in your life who have cancer, who've experienced cancer forever. But we tend to, once the emergency phase is done, it's time to get back to life. I even talked to someone that said, well, you don't have cancer anymore, so you should be fine. Yes. And now what? So if you are right now going through treatment, know that this is a thing. And if you're in the midst of treatment right now, knowing that this is a thing, maybe you can start preparing for that. So when we're in the midst of treatment, we're in this tunnel vision of, when's my next treatment? I just got to get through the next one. I just got to get through the next day. There's no expanded thinking. There's no thinking about the future. There's no thinking a year out or 6 months out or whatever. We're just trying to get through that day and get to the next day. And that is totally understandable, and it is expected. And I also want to let you know that this is a possibility out in the future, that maybe knowing that is going to be out there, that little preparations can help. So just possibly a little planning for, what am I going to do when it's all done? How am I going to feel when I get to the end of active treatment? and I'm given the all clear. Can I maybe schedule things, especially when you're getting close to the end of your treatment? Can I maybe schedule things? Can I maybe look into a support group that I can go to? Can I look into like a Facebook group or an online forum or something where I can continue to get support once I'm finished? Because I'm not going to the hospital every day or every week. I don't have doctor's appointments all the time. Bringing in something to take the place of that, so we don't go from 100 miles an hour, everything about treatment, to now what? So that's one option. Look at finding somebody to help, finding a counselor, finding a therapist, finding somebody that you can talk to help get you prepared for the end of active treatment, help you prepare for what happens next. Having somebody to talk to is a huge thing. Talking with your friends, talking with your family, letting them know that, hey, once I finish active treatment, I'm still going to need people to talk to. I'm still going to need support. And do what you can to find people in your life who can continue to check in on you, who can continue to support you. So it's not like falling off of a cliff. Now, if you are done with active treatment and you are saying, oh my God, I didn't know that this is a thing, and this is why I've been feeling this way. It is a thing, and you're not alone, and you're not the only one who goes through this. And so if you're on the other side of active treatment, if you're in survivorship, and sometimes it's really hard. But again, we talk about so many times about having that support group, having that structure in your life, having those people in your life who are your rock, who support you and take care of you and are there for you in the bad times as well as the good. Reaching out to those people and saying, hey, I still need you. Can you come over and just be with me? Can we go and have lunch? Can we go for a walk? Having those support people in your life that you can count on and you can reach out to when maybe you don't want to, because sometimes people aren't going to think, hey, I need to keep checking in on them once they're all finished. Again, finding a therapist, finding somebody to talk to, or a support group, or group counseling, or something where you can experience the support that gets you back up onto the cliff, for lack of a better phrase, and help you through that initial survivorship until the now what becomes more concrete. And finally, for caregivers out there, for family members, for friends, if you have been a support person for someone going through cancer and through all of active treatment and have been there and have brought meals or walked dogs or gone to the grocery store or whatever you have done for those people in your life going through this. And I'm not trying to put a burden on you of, oh my gosh, this is for the rest of my life to take care of this person. But continue to reach out, because the person going through this may not feel up to reaching out to other people. So if you have somebody in your life that has just finished active treatment, you've had the celebration, hey, you're all clear. Don't just let them go by the wayside and completely get back to your normal life. You don't necessarily have to be checking in every day or doing all of the things anymore, but reach out once in a while, once a week, every couple of days, whatever it is, to let them know that you're still thinking about them and that this is a hard time, and it can be for many people, and you're still there for them because they need that. They need to know that they're not alone, that just because they're now all clear or no evidence of disease, emotionally, there's still a lot to unpack there. And sometimes we just need somebody to sit with us, or somebody to cheer us up, or go for a walk with us, or continue to let us just cry and help figure out now what. So I hope I haven't put too much burden or freak out or, oh my gosh, this is so depressing, on you guys with this episode today. I just think it's really important. I have interviewed several people who have come up against this and who have really experienced this. And for some people, it has been really, really, really hard to figure out now what, when they feel like they've just been dropped off a cliff. So if this is you, know that you're not alone and you're not the only one. And if you know somebody or you've been there for someone who is in this stage, please just continue to be a support structure for them, continue to be a resource for them, maybe help them find more help. And you have no idea how important the little things are. You know, how long does it take to send a text message? Hey, just thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. If you need anything, let me know. Or just, I was thinking about you. Hope you're having a good day. It takes 30 seconds to think about someone and just reach out. For some people, that's all they need. They need to know that people are still thinking about them and people still care about them, especially if they're off the cliff and they don't feel that way. So I'm going to end this on a happy note. Next week is actually the 1-year anniversary of the Many Faces of Cancer podcast. March 5th of 2024 was when we launched. This episode is dropping on February 28th. So we are looking forward to 1 year. And I want to hear from you guys. I say this all the time, but I really want to hear from you guys. We've done a year's worth of episodes. I want to know what you think, if you've gotten benefit out of the interviews, if there are other things that you want to hear about, that you want me to talk about, people that you'd like me to find, if you maybe want more professional content that's more professional than I am, just giving my opinion here. I know a lot of people, and we haven't seemed to have as many downloads of the episodes that tend to be more educational in nature. So I wonder if you guys really just want to hear the stories, and that's great because I love the stories too. If you want more solo episodes, what kind of content do you want to see? I want to really ramp it up in the next year and take this podcast to a whole new level. And that starts with finding out from you guys what you want me to talk about, who you want me to interview, what you want to hear. So please send me an email, send me a message on Instagram, reach out to me on Facebook. Let me know, because this podcast is for you guys, and I want to make it the best possible podcast that I can for all of you guys out there. So please hit me up. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear. Leave me a comment if you're watching this on YouTube. I want to hear from you guys. So hope you have a fantastic weekend, or whenever you're listening to this, that you have a fantastic day, and know that I'm always here for you. So reach out if you need me. All right. Take care, guys, and I will see you again soon.